How is it going, everyone? Welcome to Eschatos, a shoot 'em up that I played a very long time ago, and I never managed to beat it on normal. Like, I beat it on easy, but I never beat it on the normal difficulty, so that's what I wanna do now. I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, but I'll try. There are two modes. In theory, this one is easier than Advanced, because on top of difficulties you have modes, but I think Original is probably the easiest one, so I'm gonna try. It is not an easy game at all. Like, it's not a coincidence that I didn't manage to beat it before on normal. Not to mention, it also is very hard to tell sometimes the perspective of the ship, because the backgrounds are 3D, and sometimes the perspective also becomes 3D, you know. So it's hard to tell where you're shooting at or where you're being shot from. But I mean, I'll see. Whatever happens, it's one of those games that wanted to get a one going clear for a long time and just kept failing. And hopefully this time it works out. There are also a lot of enemies that are like this, that are essentially like kamikaze enemies. Makes it very hard to avoid dying to them. You also get some very random extra lives. I'm not really sure if there are specific enemies that drop them or what's the deal, but you have that. It's a very particular game in many ways. Many mechanics are not really what you expect from other games, right? That's fine. Well, this first boss is the perfect example of what I was saying with perspective. The perspective of this boss makes it a little bit hard to tell exactly where you are, where the bullets are really going. It's still doable. Could be worse. But I think that the weirdest thing of them all in this game is how you know, in order to go slow with your ship, usually in other shoot 'em ups you have a button that does that, like a single button. Well, here you also have a single button, but the button decreases the speed, in the sense that you have a speed amount, and by pressing that button you increase it or decrease it. Yeah. It's weird because I don't think many other shoot 'em ups are like that, but this one is. It's a little bit awkward. Right? Did I get it? I think I got it. Oh no, never mind, I didn't. Well, I got the stage, but I think that guy comes later, right? I don't remember. It's been a very long time since I played this. Very long. So long that I don't even remember what are the last stages. I know that they take place on space. Yeah, aside from that, not much. All I know is that dying is very quick, and it takes you by surprise, because you don't have the concept of bombs in this game. You have a shield, but the shield... Well, the shield is this. Well, not that. This. Basically, something in front of you that stops bullets, kills some enemies, but that's not that as useful as it might look. So it's a little bit lacking. To put it lightly, it's a little bit lacking. So no concept of bombs, so you cannot really skip patterns. The only thing that can happen is you dying. At least you get extra lives, but yeah. I guess it might look like, well, with all the extra lives you get, it should be a lot easier to play. Well, but the thing is that you can see that those lives kind of like the equivalent of having like bombs, right? In a more traditional shoot 'em up, you will have multiple bombs per life, but here you don't have any, so in that the multiple amount of lives basically compensates for the lack of bombs. Oh, a little witch. Kinda forgot what you were intended to it's basically like just score. It's like a hidden item that gives you score. Wow, nice. Amazing insta-kill. And the problem with those lasers is that I think that if the background wasn't green, I probably would have seen it coming, but I did not see them coming until it was too late, of course. But now I know to pay more attention, but yeah. There are a lot of those in this game, believe it or not. A lot of things that are very close to insta-kills. But yeah, it's an issue. And it gets a lot worse later on. That's bad, okay. Also, how is it going, Clone Cat? Bombs when you have a shield will have been too much. It's possible, just that I personally think that the shield in this game is not extremely useful. I mean, it is useful, but it also kinda puts you in a checkmate position. Like once you start shielding, you cannot shoot, so you're essentially blocking bullets until you run out of the shield and you die. Hey, how is it going? But at least that went well. That was supposed to be the boss, I think. Though it's hard to identify. No, this is the boss. It is what I say. It's hard to identify very well what are the different stages in this game. Because you have zones, but zones don't really represent stages in themselves. But in theory, this, because of the loading screen, I wanna imagine it's probably stage 3. A little bit weird that stage 3 will start with a boss, but... Wait, I didn't get hit there? No way. I even saw the bullet disappear. What? Yeah, that's what I also mean with the perspective being very weird. It's hard to tell when you're getting hit and when you're not. I guess I didn't get hit there. Oh, extra life. Wait, hold up. I feel like I'm getting hit multiple times. Maybe it's a grace, because it kind of looks like there are sparks coming from the ship, but it might actually just be that. Perhaps. Maybe. Like maybe you can actually graze bullets in this game, and they look like that when you graze them. it's possible. So I remember this pattern being very annoying because of the hitbox of this thing also not being super easy to tell. Not even sure what they are meant to be. It kinda look like, you know, like the alien is using the toilet. Come on. Wasted. Space cucumbers, yeah, okay. That has a hitbox, yeah, okay. Pretty nice. I thought I was over it. That's why I didn't think it was gonna kill. So I was over that sphere, but yeah. This is the sort of stuff that I mean. Like, it's very hard to tell exactly what perspective you are on. Or well, for example, there I'm not sure when I'm dodging these lasers and when I'm not. I just have a very hard time telling. It's that sort of thing that makes the game quite challenging, pretty much. Oh, okay, hold up, it's not over yet. And he keeps shooting lasers. Ah, shit. Okay. That'll work. This, I think that's the first time I used the shield. Oh, he's still going. He has not stopped. Ah, what the fuck? Okay. Oh, and that's the actual boss. This guy is hard to take down, huh? Should I lower the speed here? I lower the speed, but not at the right time, I guess. Oh. Oh, honestly, I feel like the speed... Okay, in places like this, no, lower it. Yeah, oh, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, for patterns like that, you need to lower the speed. Like, a lot of bullets on the screen, and especially when they are slow, like Toho style, reduce the speed. Well, not too bad, right? Now, it gets a lot more fucked up later on, so... Not fucked up yet, but it will be. Trust. It will get very fucked up. Also, I know Cloncat that is probably one of the... Well, it's a shoot 'em up that you actually own on Steam. I'm actually surprised. Well, I don't know if you got it in a pack. Because Eschatos is a pretty curious choice for a shoot 'em up, I gotta say. Very, very curious. It's certainly a shoot 'em up that is quite merciless. Okay. But I have no lives left, so... Ooh, I almost didn't pick that up, nice. Wait, where are we going? Oh, I was looking backwards, okay. Nice. You also have to be very strategic with those lasers, I guess. It's important. That's supposed to be a spider. Well, it was a spider. It used to be. I have a friend that loves it, so you ended up getting it. Damn. Pretty nice when the enthusiasm is so contagious, right? This game is, as far as shoot 'em ups go, I mean, could be worse when it comes to being unforgiving, but it's still very unforgiving. I probably, when it comes to unforgiving shoot 'em ups, especially a lot of the older ones are extremely unforgiving. This one in that regard could be worse, but it's still a very, very hard game. At least for, you know, for people that don't want to dedicate an interesting amount of time in it. Because, you know, there are a lot of shoot 'em up players that they like shoot 'em ups precisely because they know they will spend a lot of time playing them, right? Well, it is the type of shoot 'em up that if you don't do that, it's pretty hard to get anywhere. Especially since it has a big memorization aspect, that's for sure. Again, not as bad as a lot of very classic shoot 'em ups. Still quite high, I will say. Oof, close. Wanna pick the F. Nice. Wait, who's shooting the lasers? Uh-oh. Okay. I like how when you're shooting some of those 3D objectives, it's like they start shooting bubbles. It's the way they get hit. Just some bubbles. Okay. Not seeing many targets for this ship right now. I think I missed some of them. Well, who cares? Oh, this is bad because a lot of these are getting pretty close and they can probably shoot from right next to where you are. Probably. I think that effect that I noticed last time was simply grazing. Like, there is actually grazing in this game. I cannot imagine going for grace when it's already so hard to tell exactly how close the bullets are to you. Or how close anything is to you for that matter. Oh, what the fuck, that's pretty fast. Really? I know that it might not have looked like it, but that was the left side limit. I couldn't go more to the left. That was crazy. Like, I wanted to go to the left and it didn't let me because, you know, that's so fucked up. Well, no, I'm not gonna continue. It's supposed to be a 1 coin clear, you know? So no. No continues allowed. So apparently... Wait, oh, my name is already inputted there. But yeah, apparently my PV was 25. Not sure when the game ends. Maybe it's in 30 or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm level 17. Oh, I unlock a hardest. Okay, sure. I mean, I cannot even beat normal, so I doubt I'm gonna play that. What I could try is advance, just to see what it is. For what I understand, advance has like a level system. Oh, and you start weaker than in original. That's fucked up. Well, at least the wide shot type, ironically, it's better. Okay, we will see for how long it's better. And another weird thing about this mode is that picking anything else up that is not a power-up will actually drive your power down, which doesn't seem to make much sense to me. See, for example, that F, you don't want to pick it up because you're gonna level down. The problem is that these things don't disappear from the screen, so it's kind of like you have to dodge that on top of dodging bullets. So unfortunately, the wide shot, the more power you have, the less range it has. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the maximum power here is level 7. Not sure how quickly you can reach it. If I counted properly, you're in level 5 right now. Then there's also another thing, that is that the higher your level is, the lower the amount of shield that you can store is. Right. I don't think this is maximum power up yet, but could be wrong. Okay, actually it says it down there, I'm an idiot. Actually have the meter down there. So the next one is full power, yeah. Theoretically this is maximum power. Okay, and that that wide shot looks a lot better, I must admit. Like, it almost makes me want to, because you know I changed the key configuration, but since the wide shot here seems to be a lot more useful compared to the regular mode, probably should put the wide shot back to the regular button it used. Though having only 30 points of shield is a little bit messed up. A little bit. But I also know if the power that you have affects the rank of the game, like if it makes the enemies harder or not. Not sure. The good thing is that I know all of this because I like how the power works and all of that, because the game actually has a manual. Like when you buy the game on Steam, a manual comes with it. It's a PDF and it tells you a lot of very useful shit. Okay, I fucked up by picking that up, but I didn't mean to. Well, I only lost 1 point of power, just gotta get it back. Though full power compared to being 1 point away from full power, I will say is very useful, because this thing doesn't reach all the way, while full power does reach all the way. It's pretty hard to avoid not picking up a single item. Oof, that was close. Yeah, man, I ended up picking that up for fuck's sake. I feel like that's pretty weird though. Like, why will picking power-ups, well, power-ups, I don't know how you call those things, but picking those items, why will it level you down? I guess it's a way to balance it out so you are not too broken, but still feels a little bit weird. At least you can certainly feel the power increase, but whether that's gonna be enough, I don't know. Not to mention that you will also have to avoid picking those items up, so there are a lot of sections that were a lot easier thanks to the items that now, well, you kinda cannot pick them up, you know. We will see. I mean, according to Steam, like the achievements that people have, being able to beat this in advance is like a lot harder than doing it in original. Also, there's something I just realized. You can actually see the screen limits. They are those green bars. Like, those green bars were not decoration or a warning for an attack or anything. Like, that is the actual limit. So that's what I should have looked at when I got killed on the previous run at the end. Oh well. At least now I know. So that's supposed to be Peru. Kinda looks like it. Well, if I'm not mistaken, the plot of Eschatos is that you're intended to repel an alien invasion on Earth. So you could be at any place on Earth and it will make sense, you know? Mr. Mirror. There is an achievement for this guy to let him die. I think that basically doing a timeout and he eventually just goes down on his own. Oof. So those purple items are very messed up because they look as if they were bullets. Not sure why they are appearing. They seem to be an advanced only thing, right? They weren't there in original mode. Will appreciate another, you know, not that. Will appreciate a power up. Yeah, now I need two. Okay, okay. I'll take that. I still don't understand this part with the random green lasers. Like, I feel like there is no way to tell how close they are to you or not. Maybe I'm a moron, it's possible. This part, I think, will be a problem regardless of what mode you're playing. Because here, no matter how good your shot is, you're not gonna destroy those things, so you do what you can. That was pretty close. Ah shit. Damn. Surprising that I still haven't beat a single bullet. Very surprising. Oh, that teleporting guy is quite dangerous as well. Okay, I'll take it. Careful here. I guess here, for it to be relatively, I wouldn't use the word obvious, but to make it clear that these guys had a hitbox, they make the outline red. But I don't think that's enough to tell. I don't really think it's enough. Okay. There's always one asshole remaining here. You bring him down, there you go. Alright, not bad. Oh, that's dangerous. Okay. This is certainly some crazy stuff. The fact that I haven't died yet, I really wonder how long it's gonna last. Because the fact that it hasn't happened yet is a miracle, without a doubt. Yeah, decrease the speed on this one. I think that is the only pattern so far where decreasing the speed is the right call. It's the only one that you have to dodge in a very tight space. Alright, that went pretty well. That was the first half of the game. Let's see how it goes on the second half. But the first half, I did it perfectly. That was a perfect first half, without a doubt. The second half is a different story, I will say. Oh, I didn't mean to pick that shit up. Now the lack of range will... Well, I don't think it's gonna be a problem, but it will be noticeable. But it's fine. It's already back. I gotta say that this advanced mode 4 now seems like a very good idea. To the point that it makes me... like, there's probably something later that's gonna fuck me up real badly, but... especially since I don't know what happens when you die. Because somehow it has not happened yet. But let's say that if you die and you lose all your power, that will be the real deal breaker. Because building your power back up will be extremely time consuming, and by the time that you're building it back up, you probably already died again. So yeah, that's the real question. That's the one thing I need to know how it's gonna be. We're gonna see. Okay, no, you lose only 1 point of power when you die. I mean, obviously it would be better to not lose anything, but that would have been a lot worse. Also, how is it going, Kyle? Okay, this boss fight is fucked up. Very little time to react to very close bullets. Oof. One of the few things that actually makes me use the shield as soon as possible. Okay. Ah, fuck me. That's what I get for trying to dodge instead of just shielding. Yeah, I definitely should have shielded. Ah, fuck, dude. This guy's under fucked up patterns. I guess I got very lucky on the previous run for them to not mess me up so badly, but yeah. Here they are proving to be a problem. And this is such an amazing part to have full power and I don't. I don't have full power when I need it. And now I do. Okay, perfect. Now it's time. Oof, close. A lot of the mini bosses in the before this, you cannot underestimate them. Okay. That's a lot of enemies. Okay. Why did you pick it up? Damn it. It's a pretty fucked up thing because it reminds me a lot of Battle Garega. Having to dodge items. What the fuck? Not to mention the ones I want, which are the power-ups, take a very long time to go down. Yeah. I mean, it's made on purpose just to be as annoying as possible, obviously. It's still very messed up. So, this is what ended the run in original mode. Will it end the run here? I don't know. Also, I have no idea what cancels the bullets and turn them all into that. Well, in this case, I think it's when you get rid of one of those little paths that is part of the boss. So I guess every time that you cancel bullets regardless of the source, you get that for free, I guess. Careful with the lasers here. Well, and with anything. The normal bullets too. Oh, well, I cancelled that. Shame that I power down, but it doesn't seem like that bad of a thing. Oh, that's a lot of cancelling. That's pretty fast. Got him. Okay. Well, at least we got further than in original, so maybe advance is the key. Maybe not. Alright. So now we enter that, right? And now is when the game turns into Gradius. Does it? Yeah, oh, okay, well that's pretty fast. Pretty fast way to start. Nice. What are these things? Very dangerous is what they are. Okay. Full power again. Oh. A very generous extra life. I think that extra lives, if you fail to pick them up on the initial time that they go down, they can bounce back. Oh shit, okay. Oh, that's pretty fast. Got your ass before the lasers could even do anything. I also cannot imagine how messed up the bitrate in a place like this is, because the background here is extremely fast and it has a lot of little things. Oh, the hands. Weren't this like the insta-kill? Extra. No, not really. Wasn't that bad. Yeah, I need to cancel there because I'm getting completely cornered. And here we have another mirror. Maybe these are the mirrors of the achievement instead of the first one. I don't know. I'm not gonna get the achievement though. Wasn't a fan of doing that, but I guess might as well. Not to mention that your shield count also goes higher, so that is at least a little bit of a help. Got him. Okay. Not bad. Oh, well, that's bad, yeah. Like, those lasers at that point are pretty much unreactable. I don't even know if you can shield lasers. I mean, at least not the ones that are that fast, right? I don't think that will work out. Okay. Oof, those enemies are very hard to take down. Yeah, these guys are not going down with the spread shot. Oh, double spiders. Nice try. Who is shooting here? Oh, you're shooting the earth? How dare you? Are these lasers? I hope they don't have a hitbox later. They most likely do though. Yeah, they do. They do. They definitely do though. At least the visibility seems to be good enough. For now. Oof, okay, the visibility of some of these bullets is not very nice though. So far none of them have hit me, but it's only a matter of time. Oh, did I pick that up? I actually did not pick that up because I got killed. Well, I guess we trade a life for a life. Would be worse. I picked that up. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Pretty rude of you. I didn't mean to pick that up. Ooh, that's okay. I don't know how I didn't get killed by the regular bullets there. What the fuck? Yeah, okay. I was supposed to somehow see those random lasers. Like, legitimately, how do you want me to survive that? And here is where the bullshit starts. I cannot react to that. Like, that's way too fast. Like, the warning is not... you know... yeah, I don't have lives remaining. It's a little bit of a problem. Well, not to mention my power is down by quite a lot, in fact. Yeah, this is not looking very good right now. I mean, I got far at least, but this one might not be a one going clear. Oh, what the? Man, insta-giving bitch. Okay. Whatever. I got far at least. Yeah, I mean, the aesthetics are not bad. The problem is that it's hard to read what's going on. That's the biggest issue. Save replay data? Nah. Anything that is not a one coin clear ain't worth it. But yeah, this is a game that is from 2011, if I'm not mistaken, so it makes sense. No. Wait, what's no here? I don't know what button that is. I mean... okay, I guess you're gonna upload it anyways. Yeah, I didn't mean to... Alright. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the extra lives or anything like that though. Does this game even have a practice mode? I don't think it does. That's pretty shitty, and especially for a game like this that... well, unless time attack allows you to do that, but no, I don't think it does. This goes from the beginning. Yeah, no, it's not this. But that's a problem because the end really needs some practice. Like a lot of insta-use there. It's fine. But yeah, it seems that the answer here is doing advanced mode. Like, compared to original mode, thanks to the power system, I was able to go a lot further. But yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I could continue this time if I die. Or at least if I die before the part that I... like, before the PvE. If I die before the PvE, I think I should continue simply to see what's coming after, although a lot of those instant lasers at the end are fucked up. I did remember at the end like was full of insta-gives. Like that's the part that I probably remember the most. Just I didn't remember exactly obviously what the insta-gives were, but I remember being, you know, a little bit concerned about the ending. And I didn't even remember how the ending looked like. Like my memory just had insta-gives in mind. And yeah, those are, I guess the problem is that those lasers, like they give you a warning, but it's like, you know, someone has a gun and is pointing at your head and it says I'm gonna shoot, and they keep moving the gun even though they say they are gonna shoot. Well, that's how those lasers are. It doesn't matter if the game tells you, hey, we're about to shoot a laser. Like, if that laser doesn't stop moving in unpredictable directions, and not to mention it also fires super quickly, it's almost as if you didn't give me a warning, you know? That's kind of like the issue, but it's fine, whatever. Hopefully this time we get it. Hopefully. Hey, I mean, if we don't get a PV, I'm just gonna continue to see what comes afterwards. What I should be ready for. Hey, what I don't remember is if there are 30 zones or if there are more. I think it's 30. If I had to take a guess, it's most likely 30. Yeah, I will guess 30. The problem is not the 3D aesthetic in itself. The problem is the fact that the 3D is very hard to see. It's hard to guess the right perspective a lot of times. No, ironically, I think that the lasers killing is not really a matter of perspective that is the issue. It's simply the fact that they are so extremely fast, you know? Yeah, I have to stop doing that, I guess. I got killed multiple times. Essentially, when there is a power-up, going straight for it instead of staying in my lane, like, it's a bad idea. Are those even real bullets? The big ones that look transparent? I don't even know if they are. Maybe they aren't. Also, I think that the score turns golden when you are doing a PV, right? I think that's the way it works. Probably, maybe. I don't know. So what's very bizarre is the game before this one, Judgement Silversword. I did play that game. I also one coin clear it in easy, but that game is super bizarre. But I guess you can say that this game, as far as shoot 'em ups go, is also very bizarre because of how unorthodox the whole camera and perspective are, you know. I don't think I've seen many shoot 'em ups like this. don't think the OST is an issue. I mean, if anything, I think I prefer this type of OST rather than some shitty generic orchestra, you know? I don't think that the OST choice is bad either. I mean, after all, the point of this game is that it's supposed to be like an old, you know, shoot 'em up where you fight against aliens. So the music reflects that, and the graphics are supposed to be like, well, this is what we can do all these years after, you know, something like Space Invaders, right? So I personally think it works. Like, what I think it's fucked up, as I say, it's the perspective. Like, the perspective is extremely messed up. No matter what, it's something that I'm not a fan of, and it's the reason why a lot of times that I was thinking, oh, this game, I'm like, nah, it's not worth it, because of how confusing it gets and how unlike other shoot 'em ups it is. But I guess I will feel more complete if I manage to beat this on normal. Would be nice. I also don't know exactly how the extra lives work. If it's a completely random drop or what's the idea. It might be simply a completely random drop, yeah. But I don't know. Why do you do that? You wouldn't be going down. That's a problem. There you go. I think I probably miss a power up. Or at least one of the guys that was there. Oh well. Yeah, okay, I was sneezing, you piece of shit. How was I supposed to not die there? Damn it. I cannot sneeze, the game doesn't let me. I mean, that's one of the things when you play a shoot 'em up. You're not allowed to do anything while the game is running. Yeah. Fuck you, I guess. A life completely lost for no reason. It was also a very unfortunate pattern because like it filled the screen with rows of bullets that doesn't tend to happen that often. But well, depends on what you mean by often, but it was basically something that you couldn't stop by shooting. Okay. Good interception on those guys. Okay. It would be nice to bring down the 3 spheres fast enough, but I'm not sure if I can pull it off. Not to mention that I don't think that shotgunning is effective at all here. I don't think it is. I think that the focus shot is so much better when it comes to dealing damage that it's not even close. But I could be wrong. I'm not a fan of shotgunning regardless because it's very risky most of the time. You know, I got its ass. Man, if that life that got taken away from me because I sneeze is the one that ends up costing me the run, I will be very pissed off. But it could be, I mean, you know how these things are. You know that a lot of runs are very resource tight. So yeah. I have the speed reduce, which I mean I will have to do it in this boss fight, but not this early. I probably most likely misclick earlier, because I'm not used to the controls of this game. Like I tried to adapt them to what I think is the most comfortable. Yeah, they are not very common. Okay, here, slow down. At least I'm glad that I understood that attack very quickly, like the laser close in on you and you're supposed to stay in the center. That's the way it works. Well, this would have been a run as good as the previous one if it wasn't for me sneezing, I guess. Yeah, I'm sorry for sneezing, you know. God forbids I need to fucking sneeze. It's fine. It's just one of those things that... that was a very shitty death. These patterns are not easy at all, because you can get instantly killed by contact damage, but also it's a very specific sequence of movements that you're supposed to do. Like the way you go up and down, like it's not that straightforward. Last time I think I did get it on the first try, but yeah, it's not that common for it to happen, I guess. Your flesh is weak. Yeah, but we don't have a choice. I mean, the problem is that you can definitely pause, so if you know that you are about to sneeze, you just pause and that's it. But the problem is that I'm not a fan of pausing shoot 'em up runs. So even if I could pause, I still most likely wouldn't do it. Ah, fuck. Okay, that could have been worse. Still not very nice. Oof. Oh, that was pretty close at the end. Oh, that's pretty generous of you, Mr. Miniboss, to give me an extra life just like that. Okay, careful with these two assholes. I really don't like these guys. At least they have the decency to stop for a little bit, to kind of let you catch your breath. Well, and more importantly, let you catch your shield, like let you recharge. Oh, and this asshole, okay. This asshole killed me last time. Let's just block that one. And with this one, be careful. Not like you can do much more. Well, you can shield. I guess that's the problem on the previous run. I didn't bother shielding and I should have. So the second phase takes quite longer to go down than the first one. It's obviously made on purpose, but yeah. Yeah, and this is where I will need full power. Well, just like last time, I don't have full power when I need it. But it's fine, it will come shortly. Okay, there you go. Okay, now I just need to wait for it to go down. There you go. I like the fact that those little guys can shoot bullets that explode into more bullets, and they usually explode behind you, so you cannot even shield. Very messed up if you ask me. Surprised I didn't get killed by any of that. Might get killed by this though. Nah, it's fine. I did not see that bullet. I legitimately didn't see it. Again, this is problem because I'm low on power twofold. Well, I don't know if that's a word. I need 2 more powers to reach full power. Well, and by powers I mean power up. Just that sometimes when talking in Danmaku terms, it's not that easy to fully translate it into common English. Like the term one coin clearing. It's not a real word, but kinda works. Well, I'm not full power, unfortunately, but I guess it's the closest. Nice. He's gonna start spamming because he knows he's dead. Okay. That reminds me, I got a Galat Galaga 3DS game and the visuals are super trippy. Every wave of enemies is like 200 of those classic enemies. Well, that's pretty cool. Though I wouldn't play a shoot 'em up on a 3DS, personally. Doesn't seem like it will be very ergonomic. But hey, I mean, sure. Will be nice to give it a try, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't play a shoot 'em up in a handheld in the first place. It reminds me of the Ketsui port for the Nintendo DS. It was a pretty shitty board. I mean, it was functional, I guess, but functional as it will be to port a hard shoot 'em up like Ketsui to the Nintendo DS. It's like, what are you doing? You could play Ketsui on the fly. I cannot imagine a worse game to play on the fly than Ketsui. Like, the only fly that should be happening is you flying the ship. Will appreciate that power up very much. Good try. Okay, got your ass. I mean, it's not a bad amount of life, so we already know that shit starts getting fucked the moment we enter into this spaceship or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be and the lasers start flying. That's when everything goes to shit no matter what. Ooh, that was very close. Fuck. It's fine. The problem is that the mirror comes now. Oh yeah, the two mirrors. Because one is not enough. You have to chill a little bit, buddy. Oof. Not sure how I survived that, honestly, but I'll take it. Wait, is this supposed to be a score PV? No way. How is this a score PV? Already? Okay. I did not see that, dude. Come on. And that was also such a shitty place to die. I guess there was nothing aside from that random ass bullet there. Oh well. It's pretty hard to tell when the background looks the way it does, you know? Oof, close. Oh yeah, and these guys are a lot more rough to kill, so you kinda have to avoid them instead of actually trying to kill them. Okay. I couldn't dodge that at that point, obviously. So this is when shit starts getting fucked. This is where we are probably not gonna survive. Like, it's a good amount of lives, despite the very two damn deaths that I had by sneezing and by not seeing that random ass bullet. Here, I feel like none of that matters. It's not a problem at the beginning, like, these lasers are reactable without a doubt. It's later when they start throwing lasers, like if, I don't know, it was a disco party. Well, not to mention that here the visibility for normal bullets also leaves a lot to be desired. Pretty easy to just get randomly killed by something. Okay. Area 25. And this is the issue. Wait, that guy got it. I'm not sure what happened there. That was weird. Like, one of them died because I pick up one of the items or what? From this, now these guys are completely unsynchronized. Oh, okay, that was weird. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. I do know what happened there. This is when shit starts getting out of control. Okay. I kinda need power-ups right now. Will be useful. But right now at least you have the power that you have on original mode, but I'm not sure if I'm fine with that. I don't think I am. I need more power. Like Virgil will say. So for that one you can just stay at the corner. You don't need to go up. Oh, I didn't see those bullets. Almost got fucked. We'll have gotten killed by those rotating shits anyway, so... Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, those are constantly moving bullets. I think that slowing down here will be better. Ah, fuck. Maybe not here with the lasers though. What the fuck? Shit. Okay. Okay, those purple bullets you cannot actually do much about them. What the fuck is this ugly thing? Did I get his ass? I hope. Like, did I win? If I won, that would be great. But I don't remember if this was the end of the game or not. Because isn't there an escape sequence now? Oh, it says press to skip. No, I don't have to skip either. No need. So I won. Nice. That's pretty cool. I was not expecting that, but I did win. Team. So I guess advance is the answer. Like, having that much power helps a lot. And like the manual says that advance is a more like a harder challenge, but it really isn't. And I don't know who all those guys are. Maybe they are the guys that show up when you die. Will be. I was also just off from 20 million. That's a shame. The buttons on the 3DS are so short, so skipping, accelerate, pressing Mario Kart hurts. Yeah. Yeah, the Vita has better buttons. This looks like a Patchouli made Link spell card with all the color. Yeah, it's like the Philosopher's Stone, I think. The Patchouli spell card on the extra stage. Hey, that went well. Nice. I mean, it's nice at least to see that I can normal one going clear. I don't think I can do the harder difficulties, but I could just try. You know, it's not a bad idea, I think, especially since I wasn't expecting to get it that early. All right. Yeah, I got the achievement for clearing advanced normal. So yeah, this one saved the replay data. Oh, and that's the one coin clear I had on easy, on original. Yeah, and might as well upload it too. I don't know, upload it to what? Like, can you actually watch other replays, I guess? Maybe? That's at least the one coin clear, so I can chill for the rest of the stream. Oh, only on level 20 you can watch replays by other players. Well, that's weird. Well, and then starting stage, whatever. But hey, that's the normal one coin clear. So on to hard. Should I? I mean, might as well. I could go to hard. I think that right now there's basically no reason for me to go to original mode, right? When advanced is that good, I feel. But yeah, I could try, see how it goes. Probably gonna get my ass kicked, but I want to see how much harder it gets. So this will be clickbait, wouldn't it? Saying normal one coin clear attempts, but this is hard. I guess it is clickbait after all. How hard does it get? Like, do the enemies take longer? No, I'm assuming it's more bullet density. Most likely. Probably. I want to see how messed up it's gonna get. You can still use the shield, obviously, so at least there's that. Though it's pretty wild that they are still like 2 more difficulty levels. Like, you have hard and then you have hardest. I feel like, well, redundancy aside, they go a little bit hard with it. Indeed. Oh, I got fucked. The first death happened pretty quickly, though. I'm pretty sure I did die to that pattern before, so it's not a surprise. Wouldn't say it's a surprise. You know, I could play, now that I think about it, fuck. Wouldn't react to it for some reason. My bad. I was gonna say that I could play Judgement Silversword, which is supposed to be the precursor to this game. Though obviously, seeing this game and seeing that game is quite a difference. A very big difference. Like, Judgement Silversword also, like, essentially has the like actual old looking graphics. That's essentially, if you want a game like this one but with classic graphics, that's the one. Works very well, I will say. It is still a very bizarre game. I would say that even more bizarre than this one, which is already quite something, you know? It is a bizarre game. Yeah, at least I'm glad I got this. Another shoot 'em up under the belt. So I mean, beating a shoot 'em up on easy mode does not feel very fulfilling. Okay, this one you can already tell the difficulty is higher. I would assume that the patterns, especially the boss patterns, could go a lot harder simply because what you do is like you can shield most of the bullets, right? It's just that shielding bullets in this mode is not that doable, considering that the shield is very limited. So I guess that in higher difficulties is that advanced mode could be the real problem, because it's probably gonna require a lot more shielding, but at full power you only have 30%. No, that's crazy, because the run that I actually won going clear was the one with the sneeze. I guess the sneezing brings you some good luck. Pretty cool. Now I can add to my resume. Managed to one going clear a shoot 'em up with a sneeze on the run. Pretty cool. Pretty nice. Yeah, sneeze percent. I guess if anything that tells you that the game is generous with the amount of lives it gives you. It's just that it's not generous anywhere else. Like basically, it treats you pretty badly in every other metric, I will say. It's fine. Also, you know that, by the way, Kyle, this is something that probably interests you. I might be interested in playing a Bloodstained Ritual of the Night relatively soon. I don't know when, and when I say soon, you know that a lot of times it's not really soon at all, but that is one game I do wanna play. Like basically in between the Need for Speed games that I'm playing. Like in between one of them, I think I probably should put Bloodstained in there. But yeah, I'm not sure which one or when. Wow, those lasers look a lot faster than the ones in normal mode. Holy shit. Yeah, the character is medium, right? Like she appears in the 2D games. It's just that her sprite doesn't really look very specific. Like she basically looks like a regular Belmont. Yeah, somewhere within tomorrow and next year. Well, I wouldn't say tomorrow because I actually already decided what to play tomorrow. What I decided is Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. But maybe once I beat that game, maybe I could play Bloodstained. Now, it's gonna be very hard to do this on... well, on hard. So should I switch game since I already got this? Or what? Also, what's the... oh, it's escape. I'm stupid. It's escape to say no. It says it right there. I was about to say, I'm not sure what to do. If I should... you know... if I should switch shoot 'em up or somehow keep trying hard. It's just that in hard I will get my ass kicked. There is no doubt about that. I could give it one more run, but yeah. I will have to think of what else to play. as I say, it could be Judgement Silversword, but I feel like it's a very step backwards. Yeah, I guess it could be. You should find the creator of this game and remove his living privileges. I don't know about that. I think that... Look, at least it let me get the normal one going clear, you know? So I cannot be mad at him. We at least got one thing. But yeah, doing Judgement Silversword I don't think will be a bad idea, especially now that because, as I said before, the movement on this game is very, very specific. So... like, if you are used to it in the moment, you probably should utilize that opportunity to play anything related to it. It is not like any other shoot 'em up, like you go from Toho to Blue Revolver and to, I don't know, Mushihime-sama, and they mostly have the same rules. This one doesn't really work like that, especially with the shield thing. I might go for Judgement Silversword actually. Yeah, let's do that, because this run ain't gonna go anywhere. So let me do that. I don't think I should set anything up that badly, right? Like it should just be, well, I should change the name of the title, I guess. Though only the name, because it's still a normal one going clear at 10. Judgement Silversword. This game is supposed to be the one that came before Eschatos. It plays almost the same, it's just that it's a fully 2D game and very old looking as well. Yeah, let's try it. See how it goes. I have no clue. Hopefully at least it doesn't do anything weird with the capture, but it should be fine. Yeah, alright. Well, I'm gonna change this. Wait, the sound is full. Controller, so here, so for frontal shot, sealed, wide shot, space, shield, well, yeah, that, wait, super shot, instant kill, you need to unlock it. Okay, and you have a button for an insta kill, alright, nice. Now the sound might be quiet, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna, well, here there's nothing going on, but let me see when it starts. I mean, it is more quiet than the previous one. Not by a lot, I guess. It is more quiet. Alright, hold up. Let me tweak it a little bit. Could put it on here, I guess. Hopefully that's fine and not too loud. But yeah. Alright. Let's actually do a run. If you let me enter, there you go. Yeah, this game is originally from 2001. When 2011 is when Eschatos came out, so basically 10 years later. Twerk it, yeah. This game, I think I remember it being very hard to actually manage to, you know, to properly win. On normal, that is. And maybe I can do it. Maybe. Because I certainly prefer that to doing a hard run of Eschatos. Like it's already quite hard as it is. And this at the same time will let me know how hard we are talking about here. So this game doesn't have an advanced mode where you are a lot stronger, you know? So that means that... Well, it doesn't seem like the power is that bad. At least, for example, the wild shot reaches full screen, which doesn't happen in Eschatos, at least not in the original mode, right? Oh, that's pretty cheesy. It's a very cheesy boss. Nice swing, nerd. And he just runs away, what a bitch. I also know if this game has like 26 areas like Eschatos has. I don't remember. So how does the shield look? Oh, that's a problem, okay. So in Eschatos you could summon the shield by pressing wild shot and well, the other shot at the same time, like wide and frontal shot, but here you actually need the dedicated button. Well, that's a problem, I will say. That is quite an issue. Also, I don't know how I didn't get killed there, but I'll take it. Yeah, this game also gives you a lot of extra lives too. Wait, is that supposed to be a boss? They look exactly the same like the previous normal enemies. Have you played Zero Ranger? No, I have not played it. See that a lot of people recommend that game, but I guess I never really bothered to purchase it. But I think that maybe one day, I don't know. You know that lately, or well, you basically know what happened with the whole dollar thingy and the peso. The problem is that yeah, wait, hold up. I want to change something since you cannot do the shield with both buttons at the same time. I need to put shield on L shift, and this shit that is not used yet is a little bit useless. Let's try it again now. But you know, I was gonna say that you know what happened with the currency on Steam. Ever since they switched to dollar instead of using peso, I think that buying random indie games is not a good idea. Like, nothing against indie games, of course, it's just that I think that, like, before I will basically just see an indie game and purchase it because they were so cheap, but nowadays, not really. So yeah, that's the main issue. Like, if I had purchased Zero Ranger back when the peso was still active, will be a different story. I mean, after all, that's in the first place how I got this game. Eschatos, Blue Revolver, many more as well, like the cave shoot 'em ups as well. Basically, any shoot 'em up that I have on Steam, with the exception of Toho, are shoot 'em ups I wouldn't have if it wasn't for Well, actually, Toho is included on that because I purchased most of the Tohos when the peso was there, you know. So I think in that regard, pretty much every shoot 'em up I have on Steam is because of the peso. So ever since that stopped being the case, I'm like, nah. I don't think so. Well, I also, yeah, I forgot all the Psycho shoot 'em ups. I have all of the Psycho shoot 'em ups on Steam that are, by the way, delisted now. But I have them all because I purchased them when the peso was there. It's one of those things that I could still consider it though, because I've seen a lot of people mention Zero Ranger as a very good game, so I'll have to maybe check it out at some point. To me, at least for what I played of indie shoot 'em ups on Steam, Blue Revolver is still the king of all of them. Blue Revolver is still very far ahead. But yeah, maybe I'll change my mind when I play Zero Ranger. Because I've seen some people claim that Zero Ranger is the best indie shoot 'em up on Steam. It's possible. It is indeed possible. That's because they haven't played the Neptunia shoot 'em up. Well, I actually own the Neptunia shoot 'em up, and again, I own it simply because of the peso, you know. So yeah, just one of those things. Now it's quite crazy that these guys evolved the way they did in only 10 years. Very, very crazy. In just 10 years they went from this to Eschatos. At least from a visual standpoint, it's very impressive. Well, I guess from a gameplay standpoint it's also impressive because the whole visual logic is tied to the gameplay, you know. But yeah. Haven't played Blue Revolver, gotta give it a try someday. Yeah, at least for me it is the best indie shoot 'em up on Steam. Oh yeah, I also remember back then I also got stuff like what was that? It was called Grace something. Grace Counter. Grace Counter and another one that I forgot the name of. Well, there's also a very bizarre game called Witchbot Meglilo. That game, I don't know what they were smoking when they made it. I have so many shoot 'em ups on Steam that I will never buy currently. Like so many of them. Is there even a song playing here? 'Cause I don't hear it. Just hear this guy getting hit. There was supposed to be a song. I don't know where it is. But I certainly don't hear it. Also, you know that today is a very humid day here. There is so much humidity that it's honestly very unbearable. Like, very, very annoying how humid it is today. I mean, it makes sense since it pretty much rain all day, but like that humidity that makes you feel, you know, heat, and at the same time like everything sticks to your body. It's so disgusting. Wait, what? I died and I got an extra life. That was okay. What a good service. Like, I drop an extra life when I die. This feels so school project shoot 'em up, yeah. I mean, it might have been one. I mean, after all, Toho started as a very similar thing. It wasn't really a school project, but it was soon making something while he was in college. But yeah, I think everything kinda starts like that, in a way. It seems that every time that a boss shows up, the music either goes away or it's like a super quiet song. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, humidity sucks. Today is one of those days where the humidity is very high. Very, very high. Wow, nice dead. Not even sure how it happened. Like, keep shooting even from below. If it's there, then it's super quiet because I don't hear anything. Yeah, I don't hear anything either. I feel like it's a very, very quiet beat. But like, that's the thing, it's only a bit. It feels like there is no melody whatsoever, you know? Ah, what an asshole. It's just pretty weird all around. And this guy really... that laser is just asshole shit. Like, it's basically someone that got angry that he got figured out, and he's basically throwing a tantrum. That's how this asshole feels like. Okay, and here I rather use the wide shot because I can barely even hit him. To mention that speed is absolutely criminal. At least he dropped an extra life. It was quite long. Oh. The song starts changing here. Oh, come on, what the hell? Why are these shit so fast? It's meant to be the moon or what? Maybe. Nice zigzagging. I'm getting my ass absolutely kicked right now. Absolutely kicked. Oof. Okay. I doubt that I'm gonna survive for too long at this rate. It also feels like the shield gets consumed a lot faster here. And despite having 100%, it feels like it lasts as long as the one in Eschatos in advanced mode that had maximum 30. That was very assholeish. The problem is that I don't really have a direct reaction to using the shield. It's something that, wow, pure luck there. It's something that I'm simply not used to. It's such a unique mechanic to these two games that I'm not really used to. And I think that it's a very good idea that in Eschatos they allow you to activate it by pressing both attack buttons at the same time. Like, I don't know exactly why, but that just makes sense. Like, that is easy to use. But not to mention that the shield in this game is also a lot weaker as well. The bullets kinda toss you around like it's nothing when you try to block. They also do that in Eschatos, but not that exaggerated. And what do you want me to do there? This is gonna be a problem. But yeah. I mean, you can tell that the level design of this game is a lot simpler, obviously, but I do wonder how Eschatos will be. Oh wow, my PV was very close to that, holy shit. I was gonna say, I wonder how it will be to look Eschatos but on a 2D environment, you know? Like how the patterns will look like there, I guess. A lot of things are essentially masked simply because of the fact that it's a 3D game, so a lot of patterns look super interesting when it probably they are not that interesting normally. Or maybe they are, maybe they are still pretty interesting. But yeah, I don't know. The thing about Eschatos is that now, like, the next step will be playing on hard, and on hard, it is pretty hard, yeah. I mean, on normal, I already barely one coin clear. Like, I got to the one coin clear with 1 life left. But yeah. I mean, I guess it's definitely a challenge that can be there for some other time. I'm not sure, like, maybe Eschatos on hard is actually more doable than this game on normal. It's possible. I don't know. Also, have you tried the Need for Speed Heat Clone Guard? Actually, check, Need for Speed Heat is the last game released before Unbound. And since a lot of people don't like Unbound, it's like the true last game for a lot of them, right? It's the real last Need for Speed game, I guess. But it's understandable that will be the recommendation on which Steam game for Need for Speed will be recommended. I guess that's the reason why I'm so curious about Unbound. Like, why are there so many people that don't like that game? Like, is it only because of the aesthetics, or is there any other reason? I don't know. But yeah, I'll get there. We still have a lot before getting there. A lot of stuff. Okay. Wow, you really got hit by that. Well, you were on the right of the laser, I guess not. So the biggest problem of the previous run, the one that made me lose the most amount of resources, was the mirror boss. That guy was the issue. Not really sure what killed me there. I guess that in this game it's also quite noticeable how the default power of the ship is not enough, because even if the wide shot has full reach, it feels like the damage really leaves a lot to be desired. But it's fine. So something that I noticed that this game has a lot of is slowdown. It's like a cave game, it's that here it slows down for anything. It just slows down. It feels like slowing down. That's a shame. I don't care about killing all the enemies, honestly. Alright, so this is still not the mirror. Yeah, this guy wasn't a problem, and especially because like, there was slowdown for the majority of the fight, you know. I guess these patterns, if it wasn't for a slowdown, I mean, it wouldn't be that bad, I think. Even this one, well, this one, I guess it depends, but I really don't know if the slowdown is because legitimately, like, the game couldn't handle something like the original hardware that it ran in, though. Isn't this originally a PC game anyways? It's not that you will have to deal with arcade hardware that might not be enough. Like, theoretically, as long as the PC is good enough, it shouldn't be a problem, right? That is a little bit awkward. It seems that the only bullets that disappear with the shield are the ones that rotate. Every other one, you should slow it down, and it pushes you out a lot as well. So yeah. Ah, fuck. Yeah, there are actually some times where you getting killed, though it was also the same guy. Like that same guy killed me last time, and I'm pretty sure it's when I drop an extra life. But yeah, that's such a weird thing, because at that point it's like you didn't die. You just got an extra life as soon as you die. It's like you just didn't die. Oof, that was close. Wait, was this the boss that kicked my ass last time? No, I think it was like the guy. No, yeah, it was the guy from earlier that throws the shield, and that shield becomes a boss. You know, we're fine. Well, we're fine until that happens, I guess. Uh-oh. You got completely cornered there. Okay. I think it's this guy. It is. So here I have to be very ready with the shield, because I will need to use it multiple times even. And also the fact that by default it's very hard to even hit this guy. Okay. The problem is here with these lasers. Well, I still got it. Didn't need to use the shield. Well, it's because I knew that the pattern was gonna come, I guess. Here it's better to How did you die to that? You had way more than enough time to dodge, and you didn't. This guy also takes a very long time to stop. Yeah, there you go. This is the one where he simply jumps from side to side, so very hard to properly catch him. Better to do the wide shot. Alright, well, at least compared to last time that went well, but I will say that my amount of lives is less than ideal, thankfully. the game hurt me. Nice. Love it when that happens. It is one of those patterns like in Eschatos that to know exactly where to move when the enemies come. I guess it's not that hard to figure it out, but still. Okay. Well, these guys follow you. Except when they get tired and they just exit the screen. Oof, close. Damn it. Unfortunately, these enemies are very beefy. So they stay on the screen for a very long time. Oh yeah, and then these guys kicked my ass last time very badly. That pattern is criminal. That's essentially an insta-kill. And how was I supposed to react to that? Yes, I wasn't. Was this when I got killed? No, I think I survived a little bit more after that. After this, I mean. Bro, I used the shield there. Just that the shield in this game really sucks compared to Eschatos at least. No, I most likely die here. No, I definitely die here. Or didn't I actually get out of the planet? I feel like I didn't die here, but did I really manage to survive this? That's impressive. I guess I did. Most likely. I guess I did survive this. I think that, yeah, when you leave the planet is when... yeah. Oof, that was close. Yeah, in fact, I got killed by these kamikazes, basically. Though I think a faster group of them. Well, this time I got killed by a loose bullet. I want to continue simply to see what the garbage expects. I mean, what I'm expected to see. Probably because I want to see how doable it is, because if it's close to the end it's a matter of surviving a little bit more, but if there are still like a very big portion of time remaining, then most likely not. Since I remember next to nothing of this game, the only way to see is by doing this. They also depend a lot on the extra lives. Raro, nice. Very good names, bro. So these are basically two shields, two mirrors. Just like in Eschatos, basically. That eventually two shields come at the same time, but... the problem is that here... yeah, if they combine the two attacks together, that's a problem. Especially when the lasers start dropping. Yeah, okay. Combining these two guys together is extremely messed up, actually. Unlike in Eschatos, where these guys are mostly shovers, here these guys are very clearly not shovers. Very messed up of you to do that. Very messed up. Okay. Oof. Nice dodges. Well, here obviously the slowdown helps, but I wonder how long are these assholes gonna take to not to mention that like he had a second phase where he starts moving around the screen super fast, and I'm not sure what I'm meant to do when that happens. Like, that will be a problem no matter how you look at it, unless he doesn't have that second phase here, and that's wishful thinking. I even wonder if I'm shooting them. I shoot that guy. Oh, and he has the second phase. That's so insensitive. Extremely insensitive. So it wasn't bad enough when it was only one of them. You want me to deal with two of them? That's fucked up, honestly. They are still not spamming as fast as they could. Okay, got one of them. That's messed up. That's very messed up. Like, I'm studying... Oh, I got an achievement. Okay, sure. Ah, fuck me. I almost lost that extra life too. In this game you take a lot longer to respawn compared to Eschatos. So you could actually miss an extra life like that. And that's impossible. What do you want me to do there? You want me to stay in a corner? No, if I stay in a corner I get hit. Unless you want me to use the... Well, the strong shot type seems like it does better, but... I feel like this is just not possible, really. Like, here I'm... Wait, nice recover. Oh, so if you run... Well, didn't let me react, but... If you run out of lives, and there is one of those on the screen, you're essentially allowed to get it, to immediately revive. That's cool. Alright, so essentially you can use the normal shot here to kind of stop them, but like once you know, lose the continuous streak, you're pretty much dead. And they are like, you will because of these new enemies that show up. Well, that's pretty fucked up. Well, nice recovery again. Well, they say nice recover. But yeah, close enough, I guess. Because the fucked up thing is that I think that at that point the shield cannot do much. I know that you can use the shield to kill enemies, but I don't think it's gonna be very effective at all. Well, nice recovery again. That's a cool mechanic. I wonder if Eschatos has that. Would be nice. Would be very, very nice. Also, I'm out of continue, so when I die here, I'm dead. Indeed. Yeah, I'm not sure about this. Now that I'm seeing this, I don't really think it's very possible. I don't know how Eschatos hard is, but seems that it's more doable than... Oh, and if you have multiple scores, you input them all. Well, that's very cool. Like, that's very original. Like, not many shoot 'em ups let you do that. Or in fact, there's no shoot 'em up that I know that lets you do that. Like, essentially, depending on where you continue, you put all of the scores you had. Unfortunately, this stage that you're allowed to start from is 2, which I think it's supposed to be like zone 10 or whatever. So what's information? Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Well, I mean, the problem is that here, at that point, the game essentially becomes a completely different game. I kinda wanna see how good the shield is at destroying enemies. But it's good at destroying missiles, at least. Well, at least those enemies, not so much. But yeah, I guess the ones that come rushing on that area, I hope at least it's good enough. But something tells me it isn't, simply because if it's not instantaneous and they go through you, they just kill you, you know? Like at that point there's nothing you can do. It's pretty awkward. I also don't know what's the last zone, if it's 30 or if it's something else. I don't know. That has to be a reset. Getting killed like that, it's not a good one. So it says that I have 5 credits, but didn't last time I get 3. But maybe it increased, I don't know. Hard to tell. Also, this guy shows up twice and also does not fight those 2 times that he appears, and then it's gone. What a bitch. I don't know if he's supposed to be the final boss, probably. Yeah, I don't remember. I do think that the hardest thing about this game is the fact that you cannot use the shield by using both attack buttons. That's something that made Eschatos a lot easier to play. It's fine. At least it's a good start, but yeah, this game is certainly... But I guess you can say this about every shoot 'em up, but in this game it's pretty clear that the start is extremely easy and the end just destroys you without mercy. Like, they are like 2 completely different games. So yeah, I guess most shoot 'em ups fit that description. Like the start is mostly a choke and then the end is a bad show. It's fine. Will be worse. Also, it's a shame that the main song in the game is so short. Like, it's essentially a 15-second loop, maybe even less than that. Maybe 10 seconds. I will guess 15 or close to 15. It's certainly not very nice for something that you have to hear for essentially half of the game, you know? This is essentially the easiest boss, pretty much. Well, no, I mean, the first one is clearly the easiest one. See, he heard me. He didn't like my appreciation of his difficulty. Piece of shit. That was, by the way, my first death. Pretty nice of you. That was close. Wait, a missile dropped me an extra life then. Alright, I'll take it. Okay, I think that I didn't get killed by that bullet because when you pick up an extra life you get iframes for free. Because the game feels like it. Which is good, it worked in my favor at least. So this one is kinda treated like a boss, but the game doesn't really present it as a boss. Like a boss conceptually, but a boss with no name. Did that work? Oof. Okay. I think he only has this attack, right? Yeah. Only has that attack. How did you not kill that guy? He was taking so long to get close to you, right in front of you as well, and you did not kill him. A job well done, eh? You also cannot use the shield against those guys. Like, I tried and they simply don't go down, so that means that that place like later on the game where they rush down and I couldn't bring them down in time, you also cannot really do that with the shield. So yeah, I guess you have to deal with it. It is what it is. And here's the annoying ass shield. Honestly, this boss is an asshole. No other way to say it. Oh, what the hell, dude? Fucking hate you so much. At some point when it gets so fast, you kinda just want to change to wide no matter what. Okay. I guess resource-wise I'm not doing that badly now, but this is essentially where the second half of the game starts. Just when the music changes pretty much. Man, I hate these stupid circling fucking bitches. Worthless ass enemies. These fucking assholes think that we are playing Galaga. But we ain't playing Galaga. I hate them so much. They are the primary issue. Without a doubt. Not specifically here, but when they come later, they are an issue. They absolutely are. I think I didn't die that many times on the previous run to those specific ones. Maybe I'm wrong. At that point, I don't know what you want me to do. Hey, I was probably supposed to kill the other guys earlier, but... I mean, they don't go down. Despite being normal small enemies, they seem to have the health of a mini-boss. This other guy went down. Oof, that was close. And with those guys, move away, guys. They can easily get past your bullets. That was also very close. And one of you go down, there you go. I still died to that stupid ass side switch. I will say that resource wise is not looking very nice at all. I almost got completely killed there. Yeah, against these bullets, the shield is not very effective at all. Now, even if I had used the shield there, I probably would have died anyway, so... That's a problem. I'm still alive, but... Probably not for long, I will say. The kamikaze enemies are by far the worst thing about this game. It's insane how they take so many hits to go down, despite the fact that it's obviously an insta-kill if they reach you. Obviously, that's the idea. I reached 10 million, it's something. This is where the double shield comes. At least I was able to survive these assholes. What came afterwards, not so much. Oh, can I even survive them now? Maybe I just got lucky. See, like a double fight with this boss is just very messed up, and I'm pretty sure that they don't even have their life nerf or anything like that. In fact, the patterns themselves are not nerfed. Like, they are just as hard as they are individually, so yeah, quite messed up. The fact that they essentially start that attack at the same time is one of the worst things. Like, absolutely filling the screen with bullshit. Okay, well, that was close. One of them at least got the pattern. Well, the second phase, I mean. Promise that the other one isn't, and this combination... Okay, there you go. Hope at least one of these assholes drop an extra life for all the trouble they are causing. Feel like it's the least you can do. No, none of them. Okay, no, never mind. One of them did drop in, and this one is the... Yeah, it's the stage where these guys rush like this. I tried to hold them as much as I could, and now it's where you're pretty much boned. Yeah, no, like, this stage makes the one coin clear impossible. I don't know what they were thinking here, but like, this just makes it absolutely impossible. Not sure what you're even meant to do, it just doesn't seem doable whatsoever. Because no matter where you go, you're gonna get hit. Like, there's nowhere to run. It's a shame, but it's this one stage, or zone, or whatever the fuck you wanna call it. That makes the one going clear impossible. For me, obviously. I can't believe I survived that. Didn't take too long though. Oh, and that boss counts as part of the area, then that's so messed up. Almost unbelievable. As I say, using the shield here, you can tell that they do not die with the shield. But yeah, a little bit worthless to even consider the shield there. Not to mention that it's worthless also to deal with the bullets, because the bullets come sideways, so you're not gonna do shit with that. At least that beats the zone, but that's essentially the, well, zone area, whatever the shit they are called. That is essentially the hardest area in the game. Just like that, and for absolutely no reason. You see, we might be close to the end of the game and whatnot. Like, a single zone that doesn't even have a boss should not be that hard. But it is. It feels like being that hard. Oof, close. Can it? For this one I could use the shield, I'm pretty sure, but the other thing works, so may as well use that. Almost got a kill there. But at that point, how do you even switch sides? Oh, and that restarts this shit from the beginning. Yeah. Well, that's also another problem here. The areas are very long. Well, not a problem if you want to one going clear, because it's not really gonna affect anything since you wouldn't continue on them in the first place, right? Even this area is not as messed up as the previous one. Area 27 really fucking sucks. I mean, the problem, no matter what, are always gonna be the kamikaze. If it was just regular patterns, no problem, but with those guys coming at you at full speed, the real problem are the ones that come here. Well, no, not yet. That's also another thing, it's so damn long. Like, until the other guys appear. Yeah, these guys. Like, so even trying to slowly move to the side doesn't seem to work very well. Oh, and then they come from below. Yeah, that's pretty nice, considering that invalidates essentially the main mechanic of the game, which is the shield. Very cool. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, this missile rain is also a little bit ridiculous, though I think that you can deal with that with the shield. So there's something. So we get more kamikazes, and here with an even more nonsensical pattern. I mean, I guess the game knows that obviously the hardest thing will be spamming kamikaze, but yeah, sure. So, and he came with a twice as big sword as last time. That's an insta-give. Mister, that's an insta-give. This is not an I wanna be the guy fan game. Those are not allowed here. That is an insta-give without doubt. It's not a matter of opinion, it is. You cannot possibly dodge that the first time. I shouldn't have used the shield. That was my bad. Oh, nice laser. That's also an insta-give. Just that I had iframes, but... Damn. This is the last continue. Oh, and here for some reason the area doesn't start with the boss either. It starts with this dog shit here. a little bit weird, honestly. I don't quite understand the logic. Hey man, I lost that extra life, nice. Well, I think that it's over here. You're essentially bone. Nothing you can do about it. That's ridiculous. Alright, so I guess at least it's nice that I can conclude that one coin clearing this shit is not possible. So nice. Good confirmation, I guess, but damn. Those, like, that's so much bullshit. It's actually crazy. Alright, well, I don't think trying it again is gonna be worth it. Also quite crazy that whatever the additional options here, and not to mention starting from another stage takes so long to unlock. It's honestly crazy. And you can only increase the amount of lives by 1. So basically very, very bullshit. I guess I will do one run of this thing. This is like kind of like a minigame version of the game. Like a series of minigames mostly. It's very bizarre, honestly. It's essentially you get a ranking for each minigame, though it doesn't seem like it matters too much. And then you get a final boss at the end with a lot of attacks. I really don't understand what's the point of this mode. I remember beating it on the easiest difficulty, so here I will also try to beat it on normal. Maybe this one is more doable than the other one, or not. I mean, I tried this one earlier today and it didn't look very doable. Mostly because the beginning is not an issue. It's kind of like the regular game, essentially. Like, the beginning is a joke, and then when you get to the end, they throw all the bullshit all together. Or you also have like a little alarm telling you that it's about to be over. 100%. Essentially, in all of those. Oh, here the lives, you can actually destroy them, so you have to stop shooting by the time that they drop. And these extra lives also don't mean anything. Like, I'm pretty sure they don't get carried away to later on, so it's the same as nothing. But yeah, the idea is that the rank, well, I destroyed that one. The rank is determined by how many of those you collect. So basically they are challenges like that. So it's cool, it's just that it's very weird the way that it's structured, because it's kind of like structured as a more conventional shoot 'em up, but in the sense that, you know, you have like a run. The way the run works with all these challenges is weird. Wait, what was the objective here? Ah, fuck. Oh yeah, you have objectives. Just that you cannot know what objectives those are. Yeah, a lot of them involve on letting the enemy finish an attack. But I'm not sure if they are even listed anywhere. Allow missile to finish homing, but yeah, most of them are essentially allow an enemy to fuck you up, basically. Well, destroying them too, it's just yeah. Also, dying has no penalty here because the lives are independent regardless of where you are. Like, regardless of the challenge, like on the next challenge I'm gonna start with 4 lives basically. That's also very weird. But yeah. Essentially the only time that it matters is when you get to the final boss. That's why I say that this is so weird, because that's when it matters. Like lives and all of that. When you reach the final boss, but the rest is basically there just to waste your time. I mean, it's supposed to play for score, obviously, but like it's like any shoot 'em up. But I just think that it's very weirdly structured. Obviously, it's an additional mode, so if anything, it's like bonus. It's not part of the main game, but. And I'm pretty sure that you also, like, it comes with the game, it's not even a DLC, or at least I want to believe it's not. It's been so long since I purchased this game, I wouldn't know. Wait, that was a D? Well, fuck you too. And this one is destroy them quickly. Oh my god. Wrong button. Destroying that one quickly is a little bit harder though. I fucked that up. Okay, well, you can stop dying now. Wait, they are also homing, really? Was not expecting that. I do wonder what happens if you lose all lives in an individual challenge. Like, do you actually lose the run, or is the challenge just over there? Oh, you can get this guy. Well, I got an 8. Collect rewards. Oh yeah, this is the weirdest one, I guess. Kinda like supposed to be like a more traditional shoot 'em up. It's just that you also have those things that you blow up and it turns the bullets into items. That's kind of what you're intended to do. But the problem is that I'm destroying them too quickly. Oof, almost didn't pick it up. The problem is that they basically spawn right in front of me, so I end up hitting them because, yeah, it's gonna happen. You're intended to let the screen be filled with bullets before you pop that thing off. Kinda like that. Would have been better though, but yeah, it's the idea. Well, that wasn't that bad, I guess. Don't die. Yeah, well, this one is very straightforward. Basically, if you don't die, you get the highest ranking, and every time you die, the rank goes lower. You get 5 lives to do that, 1 for each rank, like basically S, A, B, C, D, E. I think E is the final one, I'm not sure. Well, see, that one takes it from an S to an A. Not gonna be a perfect rank. Not like I was expecting it to be anyway, so yeah. Now it isn't, that's for sure. Yeah, that was kind of my fault. That's gonna be a V, right? It should be. Get it? Should be. And yes, it is. And now is the problem. Apocalypse is what it's called. But yeah. Apocalypse is simply a boss where it actually matters for you to not die. It says Puluto. Though weird that it starts with this. I thought I'd say Apocalypse right away. I guess not. I got an S. So maybe this is additional stuff simply for getting a good rank or something. And there is an A. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oof, close. Not sure what it's meant to be, but yeah, I guess it's that. Like extra score before the real deal starts, but it's pretty hard. Wait, are you throwing 4 of these at the same time? Maybe 3. I think that they are 3. Pretty messed up though. At least these 2 gave me an extra life. And yeah, now comes Apocalypse. So I think depending on how good you do on the previous stages, you get more resources on that previous thing. And then this one is simply a regular boss. Well, by regular I mean that it's a boss, but it's not particularly easy. Also, I fucked that up. I always fuck that pattern up. It's not hard to see, but the moment I realize what I'm supposed to do, it's too late to correct it. Ah, fucking bitch. Wow, nice iframes. I barely get any iframes. Like, compared to the normal game, you almost don't get any iframes here. Very messed up, honestly. Oh, black and white. I also don't remember how many attacks there were. So I have no clue how close or far I am. The only thing you can do is to keep going, I guess. What's that? Don't like the way that looks. You know, you were supposed to stay still there. Nice. So what happens if you put restart? It restarts from the beginning. Yeah, but I don't want to do that. Fuck you. Well, so yeah, you have that. Does that thing even... Yeah, you, like, basically, if instead of putting restart, I would have put exit, I probably would have done it. We did it, Reddit. Alright. Well, that guy did it. I was in 2016. But anyways, I think that I'm gonna leave it here. I think I got... Well, I got my initial objective, which was the Eschatos normal one going clear, so everything else was simply a bonus. And I guess I didn't get any bonus, but it's fine. I don't mind. But yeah, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow with Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. So have a good one and take care.